Continue.
Hey, Digger, are you coming down to the rally in September?
Well, it looks like we probably will get there the way things are going now. So,
Yeah. I get to see my buddy.
yeah, I'm sure hoping. I'm getting tired of being up here.
I'm getting tired of y'all being up there.
Oh, it's bad up here. The hotels rip you off. Even the local attractions now, pretty much everybody's charging to park, you know. So
That's crazy.
yeah, it's like $7.50 an hour to park your motorcycle. Come on.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but no more than $30 a day. So
Oh, great.
it's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy. Now, nobody has to pay for parking here for that, unless you go downtown Chattanooga, but I don't go all the way down there. I go to Red Bank, which is probably the town on this side of the river, on the north side of the river before Chattanooga, so I don't have to pay for parking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't have my bike by then, but still.
Come on.
I'm still praying. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. Takes a little time when you don't have money.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. I'm holding out for that blue one because I want a blue one. I keep finding black ones all day long, but I can't find a blue one.
I know where one's at, just right on the other side of the border.
Right on the other side of what border?
The Canadian border. I'm talking about Dan's bike.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't want to push him off of it or anything. I'll wait till he gets here.
Yeah, really.
And then I'll jump on it and take off. No.
I put some risers on it this year to move the handlebars higher and a little bit closer. What a difference.
Is it?
Oh, the bike handle's great now.
Is it more comfortable?
Oh, yeah. Much more.
I'm going to have to take off on it when you get here. Just for a quick ride. I'll trade you bikes for a ride.
Didn't Keith let you ride his?
It's different. His. I've ridden his. I rode his from when he first bought it.
Yeah.
I rode it all the way home.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked it, but I don't know. He's done so much more to it. He put that fairing on it. I don't like it with the fairing. I don't know why. I just don't.
I know. I'm kind of like that too. I like the windshield, old school look.
Yeah. And it seems to be a little bit more top heavy with that fairing on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a top heavy bike, but.
Yeah, but I personally don't like it with the fairing on there. But it's not my bike, so I can't say nothing.
It's not blue either.
And it's not blue, right. It has to be blue. I want it to match my 950. So I'm holding out for it. But I'm looking forward to September. I can't wait. Last September, there was just 3 of us. It was just Keith, myself, and Tim, I think his name was. That was the first time I met him. And then Rob and his wife showed up in their car for, I think they followed us up to Hot Springs, up with Radler, and then they continued north. So we didn't get to spend too much time with them, sadly.
See, Carla and I, we're still up in the air, and I don't know how much, Monica, you've read or the others have read, but Carla and I, we bought some land, okay, on the other side of San Antonio from us, about 4 hours from here. And we're putting a cabin on there, and that's where we're going to end up. We're getting out of this rat race. And
okay.
Problem
is it country?
Do what?
Is it country?
It's country. It's country. I'm talking dirt road country.
That's awesome.
Okay. It's just a little lot. We're putting, it's right at 1,000 square foot cabin on it, and it's just going to be us. We've got a beautiful view of the mountains, and if you squint, you can see the lake.
If you squint.
Yeah, because the lake's a ways away. I say that, I mean it may be half a mile away. Okay, is how close we are to the lake. And it's just so nice and peaceful out there, and that's what we want. We've been in this rat race for way too long, and our goal, and we might be a little short, and that's why we're having to watch our P's and Q's, is that when we sell where we're at now, we've already bought the land and paid for it. We have to put septic on it, get the electricity, got to get the water and all that kind of stuff and everything else. We want to move into the new place and own nothing.
Right.
Okay.
I understand.
We're close. We're not quite there. We need to pocket a little bit more to be able to get there. And push comes to shove, even if we have to tote a small note for a while, it's not that big of a deal. Because whatever note I'd end up toting on that place would be less than what I'm paying now. So,
Right.
But we still want to be able to go when we want to go, do what we want to do, and not
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I understand.
So we've worked hard to get to the point that we're at. And like I said, it's a little cabin. It's 2-bedroom, a little bit under 1,000 square feet. Big living room, open concept. It's a pretty good size master. Master bedroom is 18 by 13. So big master, but little tiny middle bedroom.
Yeah, you put up a blueprint for it, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, the spare bedroom's going to be what, like a guest room?
Yes. So
when usually when you have guests, they're going to sleep, and then you're going to go off and do other things. So they don't really need a big bedroom.
Right. It's so that when you and Keith come down, you got a bed to sleep in. Or Pat comes over, or Dan comes down, or whatever. That's what it's going to be for. And the middle bedroom is 8 by 10. Okay, it's just big enough to put a bed in, a nightstand, and call it.
No, if you expect me and Keith to come, it's got to be at least a queen size bed. Okay. I can't handle a full size bed. I'll throw him on the floor.
Hey.
Thanks a lot, dear.
You're welcome, baby.
Hey, everyone. I'm a little late to the party, but I told you less I might be. So yeah. I'm on my way home.
Cool.
How did you get your speaker to work? Because I had to pull over in the Walmart parking lot for mine to work.
I don't know. It's working good right now.
Well, that's just lovely.
So can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Well, look, if you go past, if we're still on the meeting and you're about to get to Walmart, I'm here.
Okay, I'll rush on down there because I gotta get milk.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah, don't hurry home. She's not cooking anything.
Okay. Well, I was gonna surprise her and take her out to dinner tonight.
Oh, nice.
See, he loves me.
Yeah, McDonald's is right around the corner, right?
Yeah, it's right down the road.
I think the scavenger hunt is with your favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah. I think the filet fish are half price.
Ew, those are gross. I like real fish. Tilapia. Excuse me.
Les, how much did I miss?
Not a whole lot. We've just been talking about nasty weather and that kind of stuff.
And about how Dan's going to let me ride his bike.
Yeah, I heard that part. Be careful, Digger. if it's handling that good, she may take a long ride.
See, he's not speaking to us now.
He's afraid now. But is Brad on here?
No, Brad is on the road right now. He jumped in and basically turned over the admin, whatever you want to call it, to me, and then he'll jump back in. He says he'll be home about 45 minutes, and that was probably 20 minutes ago.
I got you.
So
Okay. Yeah, he was helping me work out something on the Vstar, and I was going to tell him I haven't had a chance to check it yet. But he gave me some good advice.
oh, on your speedometer lighting?
Yeah, it like it just kind of kept getting darker and darker. I thought my eyes were fading, but that wasn't it. So
You don't need to know how fast you're going. Just go whatever speed feels comfortable.
there you go. Well, it's so funny when I'm doing 80 or 90 on the Vstar, I feel like I'm doing about 100 on the 950 because they're geared so different, and long stroke motors, and I keep forgetting to put it in fifth gear when we're out just cruising around, because I feel like I'm in fourth, and and it's like the engine sounds is a little different from the 950 from the Vstar. I feel like the 950 I'm winding it out, and the Vstar I'm just getting out of fourth gear into fifth gear. It's just kind of weird how
Hey, babe.
is.
Hey, babe.
Yeah. Yes.
When have you had that up to 90?
Well, he
Say that
doesn't know
again?
that factually.
I want to know because he gripes at me for going fast. You walked yourself into that one, sir.
See, remember his speedometer is broken, so it feels like it's 90. He does not know factually.
No,
Right.
it's not, the speedometer is not broke. He can still see it.
I'm trying for you, Keith.
No
I'm
doubt.
trying.
Yeah.
Nice try. No cigar.
Well, I'm going to assume that most of y'all have read about Steve's bike, Jasper, his Stratoliner.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. His Strat, for some reason, we're leaning toward that it was an oil pump failure, and that bike it didn't have that many miles on it. I don't know, 20s, in the 20s or something like that. And we tried a lot of different things. The unfortunate part is on that bike, other than splitting the case, you can't repair it.
Oh, wow.
And so he made the decision that he knows how to fix it. He does not have the space or anything else to actually remove the motor, tear it down, and everything else. So he bought a 01 Roadstar that out of an estate sale, and he's in the process of getting that fixed up. It seems to be a pretty nice bike.
Cool.
Yep.
Has anyone heard from Darksider? I know it's been a while.
No, I haven't. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do real quick, because I'm going to look to see when the last time he was on.
I don't think he's been on for a while. I looked a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to him 2 summers ago, and he said that he just has so many things he attends that he's up on not that we're not important, but it's just a lot bigger level that he is involved with in a lot bigger groups. And he said nothing personal. And I said, I understand. We just liked having you that first time around being your birthday, that we'd like to have you back again.
Well, he was last on the forum 21 days ago.
Okay.
Oh, really?
So he's still popping in the forum, and I'm going to assume reading and this, and that, and the other, but he's still on the forum. Yeah, last seen 21 days ago.
Wow. Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah. But anyway, Steve's bike needs some TLC, needs some cleaning up. It is still a carbureted bike. He did the seafoam trick and got it going pretty good. Still needs to rebuild the carbs. He had ordered a carb kit for it and everything else. Like I says, it basically is sat for a couple of years. The good thing is there's no rust in the gas tank, because that's one of the biggest things. So he's good there.
That's good.
They
Hey,
ever
Les.
stay with
I'm sorry. You didn't finish telling me, Les, that about if you guys were coming or not. You just got through telling me about your cabin.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on how money goes between now and then. Okay. Because last time we came up there, not complaining, just commenting, it basically cost us $1,000 in fuel up there and back.
Well,
And
yeah, because you drove your truck. You pulled your bike.
Yeah. And we would probably still do that, because the main thing is I can make that I can drive that in 2 days, but I can't ride it in 2 days. So I could ride it in 3 days. Then that would basically, unfortunately, I can only take a week off at a time. It's all my employer will allow me to do is 7 straight days.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm 3 days there, that leaves me 3 days to ride there. That leaves me 1 day there, turn around, and 3 days back.
Yeah.
Where last time I basically got to spend 3 days, because I made it up there in 2 days, and then Carl and I basically drove it back in 1 day. You know, we could, you know, that part of it's feasible.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's going to depend on how money goes, and because we do have to drive, and you know so if you figure, you know, $100 a night for the hotel, by the time you throw the tax and everything else on it, and then a little bit of money for food and everything else, we ended up spending about $2,000 last time. Well, $2,000 will go a long ways toward the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where our goal is September 1 of next year, not this year, but next year, we're there. That's our goal.
Cool.
So we're still,
I got you.
we're sort of pinching pennies right now.
That's understandable.
That's a realistic goal.
Yeah.
I think it's real. Well, back to Stradline. What was the major failure for Steve?
Okay, he went to, it ran great one day. He went to start it the next day, and it was a high-pitched whine, lower engine area. And he's got a stethoscope, and he actually it appears that the crank bearings went out. Crank bearings only go out normally for one reason, and it's oil starvation problem. So we got to messing with it, and I mean, we spent a lot of time attempting to diagnose this thing, but you know, on those bikes, the oil cap's up underneath the seat. So he takes the seat off, he takes the oil cap off, and the bike is running, because I says, you know, let's see if you've got oil pressure. He said, well, the light's not on. Okay, well, let's see if you can see movement of oil inside the oil tank. He says, yeah, I can see movement of oil. About that time, it burped like a quart of oil out everywhere. Of course, he shut the bike off and everything else. We put some more oil in it. And what it appears that either the oil pump itself is cavitating, or there's a restriction in the line or something somewhere. It builds up pressure and it blows it out.
Okay.
So he's made a couple mentions on it on the forum. He's probably just going to keep it, okay, and then for a project to build soon, or he's going to go in and sell it. And actually, I think it was Brad that was sort of leaning toward buying it. And of course, it would be sold at a much discounted price, because the engine's got to be tore down, and you know, there's no way around it. But Brad says, you know, hey, it'd be great just to get it and redo that motor and have another bike.
Right.
So he doesn't know exactly. He was bummed out for a while though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can kind of read it between the lines.
Yeah.
So.
I literally spent hours on the phone with him trying to go through all this testing and trying to figure out and everything else where the sound was coming from. But man, it's just one of those things. I mean, Unfortunately, stuff happens.
Yeah.
Where you at, babe?
Turning into Walmart.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Right behind a Dayton City car.
Oh, he's following a cop.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah,
traffic light?
I was, yeah, turning in from the traffic light.
Oh, there you are.
Don't hit the
I
cop.
saw the Dayton City cop. I didn't see you. There you are.
In my beautiful light brown Ford Escape. I got to tell you a real quick story that's kind of funny. I had my '99 Tahoe police package that solid black. I've had that thing for probably 12 plus years. Put a little money into it, but I want to keep it running.
Why'd you pull
Anyway.
off like that?
So it wouldn't cut us off being too close.
Oh,
And so anyway, I needed a newer car because I was gonna have to spend about $2,000 on a Tahoe this summer. New brakes, air conditioning, the whole 9 yards. So we had a dealership just over the line in Georgia that was offering discount prices on just a few years old Escapes. So I went down and bought one, and it was 3 days later, a friend of mine come up and he said, "Hey, you still have that black Tahoe?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "My son wants it." He goes, "He's wanted it for a long time. I got what I wanted out of it and did a bunch of car trading in about 3 days." And I'm like, somebody was looking out for me.
There you go.
Somebody was looking out for me. So I had to say goodbye to it because it's been a pretty good truck, but I like my 2018 Ford Escape better.
There you go.
So yeah, good things happen to you sometimes. So felt like I was quite blessed.
Well, Pat, are you back to work next week?
I was back to work last week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I went Tuesday morning to the acupuncturist, then went into work, and I had the week before off.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I knew that you had taken the week off, but
I'm like you. I can't get any more than 7 days.
yeah.
Is acupuncture work for you?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. Let me see. It was 16 or 17 years ago. Like I say, I was hunched over all the time, walking like an old man. I'd ride to work, and it was about 30 miles. And sometimes my coworkers would have to come out and help me off the bike. It was so bad. And one of my customers was scheduled for carpal tunnel surgery. Her doctor had approved it, the insurance had approved it, and she went to Dr. Jean, just trying to get a little pain relief. And basically, she ended up never having the surgery. She was fixed by the acupuncture. And so I went there, and I had a 1 hour session. She put about 40 needles in my back. Now, mine is musculature, it's not disc. So that's why acupuncture helps it. And I said, okay, what next? I felt a little bit better, but nothing. I was still hunched over. And I said, okay, what's next? She says, come back on, that was a Friday. She said, come back on Wednesday. And she put about 40 needles in my back for about a half an hour. And then a half hour later came in and targeted the knot, And I felt a little bit better, nothing special. And I asked her, okay, what's next? And she goes, that's it, you're done. And I thought, okay, another scam. I just spent $120 and I still feel like crap. The following Sunday, after that Wednesday, I'm getting out of bed, and you know how you got to kind of swing your knees over when you got a bad back, and all of a sudden it just went, and that was the first time where I was without pain in about 20 years. I sat there and cried. I mean, I couldn't believe it. The Monday morning, I went back. I says, okay, how many times do I need to do this? And she goes, no, that's it, you're fixed. And I went back for my own peace of mind, like once a month, just for tune-ups. And eventually I haven't been back in 6 or 7 years, 8 years. But I've been deep sea fishing. I've been on roller coasters. I've been riding every day without an issue until a week and a half ago. And that's when I felt that twinge, and it scared the hell out of me. But I've been back to her twice, and the twinge is gone, and I haven't locked up, thankfully. And like I say, hopefully I'll be good for another 16, 17 years.
Wow. Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, I imagine so. No more, laying into bed pain or getting up and getting around. That's amazing.
I tried a couple of different chiropractors. The first one put me in that little thing where you're kneeling down and shoved on my back, and I screamed and couldn't get up. And he says, "Oh, maybe we ought to take some pictures." Well, didn't think about that.
They're supposed to take X-rays before they try to adjust you.
Ta-da, ta-da. And I went to a different chiropractor, and he felt my gums and said if I feel my back going out, to eat a Snickers. Didn't have a whole lot of faith in his. He had all the stuff on the wall saying he was a doctor of chiropractic, but yeah, no, that wasn't too successful. My actual doctor on my plan that I had from work at the time just kept upping the meds, and he had me up to morphine.
Oh,
and
wow.
I didn't take it because it made me stupid.
Yeah.
In fact, I probably still got the pills around here somewhere. And yeah, I just said, just fix me. I don't want to take the drugs. Because I felt when I was on either the Vicodin or the Oxy or the morphine, or, he brought me through the whole list of different drugs. I felt that I may hurt myself worse.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't feel it. You know? And
That's usually what happens.
yeah, one time back in the day, I had to call 911 because I couldn't get off my living room floor. And they took me down to the emergency room, and the emergency room says, "Oh, we can't do anything for you." So now I'm stuck at the hospital, can't hardly walk, don't have a cell phone, so I can't call someone to pick me up. A guy gave one of the ambulance drivers $50 to give me a ride home.
Wow.
Oh,
But I'm fixed now, so I'm all good.
That's good.
that's good. That's impressive. I may have to think about that.
Wearing my Yamaha shirt.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's cool.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't think I've got a Yamaha. Do I have a Yamaha shirt? I have a Yamaha sweatshirt. It's too daggone hot for that mess.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're finding in wintertime, it's hard to find for us Yamaha T-shirts and stuff. We find sweatshirts and hoodies and all that stuff anytime. But
Well, I had this one made.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
Is that the one you were talking about that you had custom made?
Yeah, I sent one to, what was his? The guy that got the bookmobile and on the scavenger hunt. I sent him one.
Okay. All right.
That was the price. That was the price for getting the bookmobile.
I got you.
Hey, Rich.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. How are you?
Oh, just lovely. How are you?
Not bad.
Hey, Rich. Good to see you.
Good
Truly.
seeing you too.
Why isn't your
How's it-
video on?
Mine or
You.
Keith's?
No, Keith, yours is on.
I don't know why. Maybe I pushed a bad button or something. I don't know.
Well, Brad, I see you made it home.
I did. I just rolled in.
Okay, well, you said 45 minutes. You made pretty good time.
Yeah, my son forgot to take off the garden hose off the outside of his house over the winter, and it froze the pipe. So I went and helped him fix that, and I knew didn't think I'd be back in time. So I normally take the 2-lane blacktops and stuff, but I got on the interstate and boogied down and got as close as I could, and then realized I wasn't going to make it. So I pulled off and got the meeting started for you. So,
Nice.
Hey, Brad.
hey,
I'm gonna try what you suggest. Hopefully in the next couple of days on the Roadstar. I'll let y'all know how it goes.
yeah, I'd be interested. Like I say, it was kind of funny. I really had never heard of that before. And then just the other day, somebody had posted that, and then your post came up. So,
Yeah, I was like, I know I'm old, but am I losing my eyesight? But then I held my flashlight on it, and I could see it. And I'm like, you're gonna have to dig in deeper.
yeah. Well, at least you know it's still working anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It was just kind of one day it was there, and the next day it's not, and I'm like, I'm obviously I missed something. So, I'll dig into it.
It changed that quickly, huh?
Yeah, it was a little. There was a time where it got a little darker. I just thought it was just the lighting, but then it just got like you just couldn't read it, and I need to address this. See if anybody else has had the symptom or not.
It's been dimming because remember when I wrote it, I told you the whole thing there was kind of getting darker.
Yeah, but now it's like blacked out windows, on a car. Just can't see it. But
Yeah. And I've never been inside of one of those, so I don't know. I mean, on the newer ones like yours and mine, they're LEDs. So
right.
I don't know where they put them, in retrospect to the rest of the unit. So,
Right.
see what you find out.
Yeah, I'll be anxious, but I got to get the big limb out of the front yard. We have a huge oak tree out front that a huge
That's not
branch
a limb,
snapped.
that's half a tree.
Yeah, literally broke off. So half our driveway is blocked off because of the limb. But I'm gonna go with a friend of mine tomorrow, and we're gonna bring his tractor over to the house so we can pull it out and out of the way. Then we're just gonna chop it up and have a big bonfire. So, Monica wants to roast some hot dogs and some marshmallows. So we're gonna have a good old fashioned country bonfire.
I like that Rich is playing Howdy Doody.
He's going
What?
crazy on me.
You're on TV, Rich. We know a TV star.
This thing is going nuts on me over here. I'm trying to find a background and it keeps going to filters.
Look, you look like you're on.
Les, you were saying that your cabin's going to be out in the country.
Yeah.
That's why we like living where we live, because we're out in the middle of the sticks. We're way out there. Every time someone asks me where we live and I tell them, they're like, "Oh my God, why do you live way out there?" Because I love the peace and quiet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
All we hear, I like that one. All there is out there, you hear the animals and the birds.
Yep. Where our place is, it's about 45 miles on the other side of San Antonio, basically in the hill country. And if you ever get the opportunity to Google the Twisted Sisters, which is an infamous motorcycle road, we are on the east side of the Twisted Sisters. So we're gonna be
cool.
be right there.
Boy, are you going to have a lot of visitors.
Yeah. As I was telling them,
Yeah.
And they're only going to have a full-size bed in one spare bedroom, so we're going to have to bring tents and stuff and camp out.
Definitely bring an air mattress because that up there is nothing but rock. You get rock, and more rock. That's it. Ain't
I'm
no
not gonna
grass.
be out. I'm not gonna be outside. I'll camp out in your living room.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no, I heard Les is very friendly. He gives up his bedroom, so I'm game.
And he'll sleep out in the garage, right, with his bike.
Yeah, that's where I'll be.
But
Well, let's say you're gonna have a big workshop up there.
nope. Gonna
Wow.
have a
Okay. Just gonna.
probably just an 8x10 shed. In fact,
I got
Carla and I, we were basically today we were sitting down and laying out our last little bit of where we want the stuff to be. And because next Wednesday we go and we meet with the septic guy, and he's gonna, they got to come out and do the perk test or whatever the heck they got to do to figure out where they can put the septic tank and all this kind of stuff. But he wanted to know preliminarily where we were going to build structure, so we had to go through that and attempt to lay everything out. But no, we're going to have 18 by 30 carport. We're going to have a 8 by 10 shed. Going to be a dog run at the back for our dogs, and then the cabin itself.
I got
And
you.
why with carports?
Do what?
Why carports and not fully enclosed garage?
It might eventually get fully enclosed. Okay. What's the best way to put this? As I was telling them earlier, if we watch our P's and Q's, September 1 of next year, we move up there, and with what we've got laid out, everything is 100% paid for. 100%. No
Beautiful.
mortgage, no nothing. And that's our goal. Okay. So then 6-8 months or whatever later, if I want to make it, fully enclosed, I can. Okay. Or if I want to do something else, I can. Our goal is to get up there, owe nothing. Okay. And be able to do what we want to do when we want to do it.
Yep.
So that's our goal.
Gotcha.
How many acres was it again, Les? Did you move it up to?
It's a half an acre. That's all it is. It's just a big lot, and I didn't
got you.
want any more than that. I really didn't. So
Yeah, I understand.
that way I don't have to put up with it.
Yeah.
Right?
True. You had a good point.
Are you going to get rid of your Mustang and scale back then?
Yes, I am, and that is probably one of the hardest things that I'm doing. But
boy.
it goes to my youngest son. Okay, my 4 sons and I sat down years ago, and made the decision to go to the youngest son. If and when it's time for it to change hands again, it stays in the Blankenship family. He would basically get to choose with the input of the other boys who it goes to.
Wow.
2 Wednesdays from now, he comes and picks it up.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I get rid of my Mustang,
Garage.
You're gonna cry.
you know that this is serious.
You're
My
gonna
heart
cry.
skipped a beat.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Goodness.
I basically inherited the car from my mother in 1988, and so that would have put me in my mid 40s. He's in his mid 40s, so he can have some fun with it. I mean, he's been around the car his whole life, so.
Wow.
That's really pretty cool when you think of it.
It is. Yep.
Yeah. In fact, I went up there. Well, y'all saw the video when I rode in the rain all the way back and everything. Anyway, I went up to his place, and he was so proud because he's got his garage already emptied out. He's got the parking spot already cleared. He says, it's going to go right here. I went, okay, cool.
That's cool.
That's going to be a toughie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have space in your garage now.
Yes, I am. Yep.
Well, that's keeping it in the family and paying it forward.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. So, It's sort of
You-
funny because
You know, Les, I looked down my birth records. I
So you're
think
gonna
my
give
last
that
name
to-
is Blankenship.
say that again.
I think my last name is Blankenship too. I looked at my birth records. And I think
just to see.
He just now realized that he is your long lost brother or something.
Yeah.
No, he's young enough to be my son. Okay, I think we've been through this before. Because my oldest was born in '72.
72. Huh?
Close. No.
Close. Close.
Okay.
Close but no cigar.
that would be my youngest brother.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's close.
Close. Yep.
Well, the good
Wow.
part is that you can go see it and drive it whenever you want to. So
That's
it's not
exactly
like
right.
you're ready.
Yep. And like we talked about it, I have done so many
Give that to.
alterations and modifications to it that if he has issues,
Still can't hear me?
I've actually got a bike, a book on the car.
Who are you gonna
So every
give
change that I've ever
to?
made, I've documented it. So in other words, like what's inside the transmission, you know, this part's a TCI and
Oh,
parts of
nice.
Transco and everything else. I've documented all of that along with the motor. I can tell you what rods, what everything's in there. So if he ever has an issue, he can go to this book, but knowing him, he'll call me and say, hey, what about?
Well, I look it up and I can call.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Yep.
Do the easy thing.
Well, the first thing I'll ask Mouse to see, did you look at the book?
Yeah, and that's what
Did you
I'll
look at
do.
the book?
Yeah, Well, why? No, on the forum, nobody does a search. They always just ask the question.
Yeah. But sometimes I've even done a search and you come up with so much other stuff,
You
you
do.
don't know what the right answer is.
And y'all know that I'm on a planning committee for the forum, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about last time. Yep.
And
Right.
that is one thing that they're attempting, they're actually working on it, is to make the search function better, okay? And
Gotcha.
because the way it is now, it's actually using a branch of Google to do the search. And that's
Gotcha.
why it brings up some weird stuff. And it won't necessarily bring up the thread and or topic that answers the question. It'll bring up the one that has the keywords which have been viewed the most.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Because
understand
that is Google's answer, you know, whichever site is viewed the most, that's always first, and then second,
Yep.
and third. You know, of course they have some paid stuff in there where we don't. So
Yep.
it's sort of interesting. Let's see if I can do something real quick. Yeah, okay. Hang on. I'm gonna try to do this. We were talking about my land. Okay, wait a second. Screen share.
You know, the other thing, Les, he'll call you and say, hey, what kind of connecting rod did you use in this? And you'll tell him, you'll go, that's not what the book said.
That okay. Now, if y'all can see that,
Yep.
that's my land. Okay.
Yep.
Actually, my right here is a cliff that it may not, it is pretty flat right there, but that right there is about a 30-foot cliff. Okay. And it sort of goes like this right here. Okay. Up on this road right here, this is the road that I be coming in on all the time. There's a house here. There's a house across the street. See this right here? This is a cliff. This is about 10 feet wide, and it goes straight down. The river is right there. Okay, it's about 30 feet down. Back this way, there's two houses back there, and that's it. In other words, I've got one neighbor kind of sort of catty corner across the street. In fact, you can see part of her driveway right there. I've got another neighbor that is back up over here, but we were the guy with the septic wanted a basic layout, and so
Gotcha.
that's why I laid this out. In other words, this is to scale.
So you own all this curve right here. How far back does it go? Does your property go? All the way across? So you own that whole tip, like that, the tip of the Q-tip.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And like I said,
Part of that's not, part of that you can't build on because it's a cliff, you said, right?
correct. But the neat thing is that it's hard to tell, but right here, there's a pretty big tree there and a pretty big tree there. This is a shadow, because this is Google Maps, okay? This is a shadow right in this area here. There's actually whoever had this before, okay, you see that blur right there?
Yep.
That is actually a 24-foot travel trailer that someone had there at one time, okay? And it's still there. I got to get that thing hauled off, okay? They actually built a little wooden platform up here where you can sit there with a couple of chairs and you can see for miles and miles and miles. We're going to have a little porch right here and you can still see a lot, but some of the trees right across the street, you can't totally see over. When you're up here, you can totally see over all those trees and everything.
Neat.
So the idea is that whenever we come in, we're going to, we'll come around here. This right here is the flattest area, and that's where we're going to basically put the carport. The house is going to be up here and beam, okay? So it can be unlevel a little bit. That way we don't have to do a whole lot of leveling. And so we're going to come around here and pull in right here. There's basically a door there and a door there. And that's the master bedroom, and then that's the middle bedroom. So it's,
Okay.
yeah.
Or you need.
We really are excited. Well, let me see. I'll do, okay. There we
You've
go.
got travel trailer, you got a guest house.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right.
There you go, Brad.
But see, this end of it right here is what points basically down toward the tip. And the reason we're doing that, this is window, this is window, this is window, this is window. The couch will go here, looking out this way, probably put the TV here. But anyway, looking out these windows is where we'll have the mountain view. So you'll be able to sit in on the couch in my easy chair and be able to look down over the mountains.
Beautiful.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So that's, we're,
How long before they pave?
so they what?
How long before they pave?
Pave it.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that paved or is it dirt?
Oh, it's dirt.
They gonna pave it anytime soon?
No, never will be.
Really?
Yeah, never will be. Those roads were cut 25 years ago, and the county comes in and grades them every once in a while, and that's it. They're not that bad. I've posted one video of me going, and if you other video here recently that I've sort of posted of my son's dirt road, me going in on my son's dirt road. My dirt road is better than his. So
Okay.
it's not that bad.
Okay.
How do I unshare the screen?
All right. Well,
Anyway.
I gotta get home because I gotta go to bed. But
Oh.
it was good to see y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Good
will
seeing
see
you again.
y'all. Hopefully, we'll see you in September. I'm upside down.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's weird.
Right.
Have
Okay.
you been drinking?
Apparently, I'm in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah, same for me, guys.
Okay.
We got to run into Walmart, so we will see you all next month.
Okay. Later.
All right.
Later.
All right. Good talking with you, everybody. All right.
Bye.
Hey, Rich, I'll tell you what, man. Bill in California has gotten downright good at his videos, hasn't he?
Oh boy.
Oh my God, yes.
He
Yes,
has.
he has.
Yeah, he's going up and beyond with his videos. I almost
Yeah.
ain't posting anything I do anymore. I feel like, I'm a rookie anyway, but man, I feel like, man.
Yeah, but even before he had all that special effects and everything else and cutting and splicing, I mean, he narrated a video fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, he would narrate it and tell you what each, mansion was and the point of this and the port of that. And it's like, holy crap, dude, I don't know anything about my area. I
Yeah.
just know stay away from that house. Don't go down the street.
Yeah.
Whose videos are that?
Yeah.
B
Bill.
Bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. B Bounds is his screen name.
Sure. I know who it is.
Yeah. But man, I am impressed.
Yeah,
I'm
he's good.
jealous.
You know, Rich, yours were always good too. Okay. And
Not like that.
I try to get a message across that I had fun. And so if y'all get that into my message, I'm okay with that.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so
Yeah, sometimes just doing that video editing is longer than the damn ride.
yes.
I'm like, no, this is taking too long. I mean, the software I got now looks really good. It's just drop and go, and you splice out a few things that you'll want, idle time, or
yeah.
you took the wrong turn, you want to take that out so nobody sees it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, other than that, it's great.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty good at that part, but it's adding all the titles and getting them
Yeah.
spaced just right in the corner. And even though it's just a couple of clicks, I always end up messing up, and then I'll hit the backup button one too many times, and
Yep.
Oh
yeah. Then as you're going through it, you see, I should have put this here. Or
Yep.
the text goes away too quick, so then you expand it, and it's like, you know what? This is getting too long. I mean, I've sat there for hours editing a video that was my ride was only 1 hour and 15 minutes or 2 hours long. I mean,
Yep.
now my video took me 4 or 5 hours to make.
Of course.
I'm
And
like,
then
no, I'm not doing
then
that.
you got to put it into YouTube, and on my system, it
Yep.
probably takes an hour for every 10 minutes of video to upload.
Well, I'm not quite that slow, but it is slow. And that last one that Bill posted was like 40 minutes long. And so I bet that one took some time. And it's like the one that I posted about a month or so ago that was 40 minutes long. I didn't realize it was that long. I screwed up and left a long section in there that I didn't mean to. I meant to cut it, but it was getting late. And so I said, okay, that looks good. Click upload.
Yep.
I went in, I took my shower, okay, did a couple other things, and I come back like an hour later and it says like 25%.
20. Yep.
I went, huh? Okay, and I got up the next morning and it finally uploaded, so.
Yeah, that's nice when you can leave it. You don't have to babysit it. There's times when you had to babysit it and click, continue, or, you had to resend it. Now it's got error correction. You just let it go.
Yep.
Other than losing or dropping on a Wi-Fi, you're good.
Now I don't know about. I'm using open source right now, which is really working out good. And the thing is I can upload directly to YouTube from the program.
Yes.
You can. I don't know if you've got yours set up that way or not, but I can click it and it automatically goes, and you don't have to click, is it okay for children, open to public, or any of that stuff. It'll save your preferences and just upload it.
Yeah, you do that through the app too on the iPhone.
Yeah.
You can stream too. You can stream and record.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah. But I do that right through the GoPro, so I can web into the GoPro, go through it. But by that time, sometimes you get jitter and everything else. I just wait till I come home, download it to the computer, and just let it do its stuff.
Yep.
And so I want to get it into the editing software, and that's on the laptop.
Yep.
Handles it better anyhow.
I don't know about you, but it handles it quicker. I was there for a while. I was doing it on my tablet, sitting in the living room, and I actually enjoy sitting there and doing it better. But man, the editing software is just such a memory hog, and it was there,
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. Yeah, 'cause sometimes I'll take my I got the Polaroid Cube.
Mhm.
They're cheap, but they make a great video. And they got great sound, but it's got an earth magnet on it. So I'll put it up underneath there's a bar underneath the fender. So I do that. Sometimes I turn it on. I turn it on first, then I do that, so the video's upside down.
Oh. Yeah.
So now I get it. So now I got to either turn my laptop upside down. Now I got the software. I just hit the button and it corrects it.
And click it, rotate it, and this, that, and the other. Yeah.
So it works out good, and it doesn't, screw up the screen or anything else. Sometimes when you keep rotating it, it kind of looks funky.
Mm-hmm.
But it works out good.
I was doing good just by adding a little bit of music.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too. Yeah, no, he's he narrates them. He puts in words and comments and tells you what things are. It's like, damn, Bill.
I'm
Well,
supposed
have
to
you
be
watched
able
the
to do that in an iMovie, but I haven't figured out how yet.
Did you watch the one he posted today?
No.
I tell you what, he even set his camera up on the ground,
Yeah.
showed him getting on the bike and riding off.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that, but I'm waiting for someone to take off my camera.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, he did that. I mean, it was cool the way that it transitioned in, because you literally saw him, getting on the bike and taking off.
Yeah. I've done that a couple of times. I'll put it on like a street light.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll drive by and I kind of put it up there and I'll drive off, or I'll do, 360s in front of it or something. And then I'll come back and I'll pick up the camera and go. So it looks like someone's recording me. And then all of a sudden I'm on the bike taking off.
Uh-huh.
So I've done that many times, just like I said. But now people see these things and they're like, GoPro, thank you. And they take off with it.
Mm-hmm.
I did that with my drone a couple of times. You saw that, where I'll have it up in the air and I'm out driving around.
Yeah.
One of these times I want to put it up on one of these nice roads I'm on, get it up there, 200-300 feet in the air, and just, take the S turns. But my luck, damn thing will fly off on me. You can't really lock it. I usually put it in the trunk, but the problem is if that tips over, something lands on a joystick, that thing's gone. I'll find it in Hawaii or something.
I can see you now looking up and riding the bike, chasing that thing.
Yeah, and I did. If you look in the one video I have where I'm in the parking lot, I put the controller. I didn't want to leave the controller out because someone just has to walk over, pick it up, and go, "Oh, new drone, thank you."
Yeah.
So I don't want that to happen. So I put a towel around the controller and put it in the back of my trunk so it wouldn't move. It wouldn't flip over or something. And every once in a while, you'll see me looking up at it, going, "Okay, yeah, it's still there. It's still there." So yeah, I want to do that again. But I did that one time, like I said, and I had it in the trunk, and it moved over, and it caught the left joystick, and it kept going and going and going. And if I stopped the bike, jumped off, and it picked it up, so the joysticks can go back to steady.
Yeah, well, yours is, I'm sure that most of them, my son's got one he plays with a lot. It'll only go so far, but doesn't it stay there and hover? Doesn't it get close? It'll come up saying, getting close to out of range, and then it'll get to a point that right before it gets totally out of range, it'll stop.
I've had mine out about 1,500 feet, probably about 1,500 feet away from me, about 300-400 feet in the air.
Wow.
It'll stop per government regulations at 400 feet. It's like 359 and 359. I think 10 inches. It'll stop.
Yeah.
Because it'll hover. It'll do that floating. It can't go above 400. They'll take you down.
Right.
Supposedly, I don't know who and when, but my luck, the stealth bombers will come down and take me and the freaking thing out. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's got all the gadgets and stuff, follow me and stuff. But it's just, I just, when that joystick hits, it's going to keep going until, you stop it. And I don't want it to go until it hits a tree or something.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll just keep going and going and going. And I don't want it to unlock from GPS and find out that, like I said, it'll have a flyaway. It's gone. It'll take off until the battery's dead. Yeah, I've already had 2 of those. They take off and that thing takes off like a rocket ship. And it's gone. Like, I didn't think those things could move that fast. I tried and my bird thing goes by me. That thing takes off on its own. It's like, choo. It's like, holy shit. It's gone. But it's fun.
Yeah, we need to get Brad and Dan with shooting some videos.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
I've got some video from my ride in Eureka Springs last year. I went down there the last couple of years. There's a meet and greet for the Vstar clinic. And so I went down there and rode around. I've got some video, but I hadn't taken the time to edit it and stuff. Put it together. There's a little clip in there where one of the riders stopped on the side of the road, and I don't know if he didn't realize that the pavement was uneven and dropped his bike right in front of me. So I figured I probably should take that out of there.
Yeah.
Or leave it in. This is what not to do.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy watching other people ride, looking at the different sceneries, because I mean, the housing is different, the hills are different, the roads are different, and everything else. That's what I enjoy.
That's one of the things I enjoy too. I
Yeah.
remember one video I put up early on. It was a foggy morning, and I hit one of the white crosswalk, and my back tire got a little jiggly. And I thought about taking that out, but I left it in there, and I just kind of went around and did it again,
Yep.
But yeah, it was a sketchy moment.
Yeah. Those lines, those painted lines, and those stickers will get at you.
Mhm.
Especially when you stop on them. You go to stop on them and put your foot down, and your foot slides.
Yep.
Yeah.
That catches you. Then
Yeah.
you take off, and it's like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
But Les caught me on the last one when that person waved me on to go around them over the double lines.
Well, there's sometimes that I'll leave stuff like that in, and I'm thinking to myself, they won't see that.
No,
No,
we see it.
No one will catch it. But there ain't much getting by this group. They're all the time. Hey, you didn't stop at that stop sign. Or whatever. And I'm like, darn, man, y'all really watching it that close? But I guess it's because we're so used to being on a bike and knowing certain habits that when somebody else does something that's different, you really notice it.
Yep. No, yeah, you see it.
Now
I like the comments people make, like, oh man, you're gonna stay on your side of the street? Everyone's like, oh boy, you crossed those double lines again.
Well, the thing is especially on Bill's bike, because right now his camera's over on the right hand side. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you ever watch, sometimes I'm thinking, my God, you're gonna run off the road. If he's leaning in the corner this way, and because most of the time that's the shoulder. Okay.
Yep.
And on my bike, it's on the left-hand side. And so I'm sure some of y'all think, my God, man, he's on that yellow line a lot. Well, really, you're not. It's the perception that the camera's giving.
That's right.
At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
What's
It's what's even more odd is how close you think when you're looking at the video, and you think you're right up on somebody's back end, and you're good, 10, 15 feet from them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's easy to pick up your own bad habits also. You say,
Oh yeah.
Did I really do that? I got video proof I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch too many of the rides usually, but there was somebody the other day that had a post on there that he had like a DVR system or something he put on his bike. He had an eluder, I think, and had the camera mounted there on the thing. But I don't know how he mounted it, but it was cocked a little bit, and it looked like the video is going down the road like this.
Mm-hmm. Well, most of the cameras that we use, I think that there's half a dozen of us now, which are all using the same camera. And I know that we've all had issues. It'll rotate on its own sometimes. And so that's a good thing about the software. You can, you'd be going along and all of a sudden you're going right. And then, another minute later, you're upside down. At least mine will do that from time to time. And I don't know if you're going around a corner or whatever, and it loses its sense of direction. I don't know.
Yeah, the only time mine did that is I had it on my engine guard, on the crest of the engine guard. And if I turned it on while I was on the kickstand, the video flipped. Then when I turned it up, it stayed flipped.
Yeah.
That's the only time it happened. I never had it during the video.
Yeah, no, I haven't had it. My wind book, I had it sitting up on the shelf below my computer on its side for a couple of weeks. And when I put it on my helmet and took a ride, the whole video was sideways.
Yeah.
But then Les said, hey, hit the reset. But now I keep it on the stand. So it's always right side up. And I haven't had an issue with it since.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good camera.
It is.
For the price, man, you can't beat it. I mean, you really can't.
No, it's submergible.
And I can attest to the waterproof after that
Oh, I
6-hour
can too.
ride I had the other week.
Oh, I can too.
Man, I was drenched, and so I know the cameras were too.
And I can tell you the longevity of it because I've had mine for about 5 years now.
Yeah, you've had yours the longest, yeah. Because it was
Still runs.
basically, I asked you one time which one you had, and I looked on Amazon. I says $40. Oh heck yeah, I'll get this.
Yep. Yeah, I think I paid about that, like 30 something dollars, 32, 36.
I was $39.99. So
Yeah. The same guy is selling them, and I think he's down to, last time I looked, because one of my buddies, riding buddies at work, bought one. Okay. And I think he's down, he's got 6 left or something like that.
It always does. It's like you go on tonight and say one remaining. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, act now is one.
Yeah.
I've already bought 3 of them for friends and neighbors. So see right there, that video you got going on behind you?
Yeah.
Someone just went over the double yellow lines there to pass the truck.
Oh. Yeah, I probably did.
Like about that camera is I wish that you could plug it into a power source and have it record while it's in a power source. Because
Well,
I got one of those little lithium things you can recharge your cell phone from. It'd be nice if you could plug that in because you can get a bigger memory stick, you know, and do, what is it, 4 hours of video on
well,
the,
no, you can on the ones that we're using, you can only go up to 32 gig.
right, but isn't that like 4 hours of video?
I don't know. I've done over 2.
But the battery will only go like 2.5 hours.
Right. But
It's got a long battery life. I'll tell you, it's longer than any of my GoPros.
yeah.
Yeah, because riding in Eureka Springs, it finally shut down because the battery died
Yeah.
before the battery or the memory card.
Have you tried? I haven't tried that. Can you plug it in with the lithium battery and
No.
Won't
If
record.
you're plugging it into charge, it will not record.
it won't record?
I've tried that. Yeah, I have.
So I mean, another memory card is like half the cost of another one. You might as well just buy 2 and have it as a backup.
To a certain extent, it's true. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
for $30,
mine-
I think I saw it for like $29.99 a couple weeks ago. I think when this June 21st, 22nd Prime Day, you'll probably get it for next to nothing.
Yeah, I got like a 2-pack of the memory cards or something like that. So I got the memory card. So like say if you stop, put gas in the bike or something, it's easy to switch the memory card out,
Right.
but that you can't charge the battery in that amount of time.
No, but you can get another one. Keep
Yeah.
that charged.
That's true. That's true.
And that's actually one thing I have found out, having the camera on the bike and on the helmet, because I'll very seldom have both of them on at the same time. Okay, because remember I got the remote on the one. I'll either be recording with one or recording with the other. You know,
And that's why I bought that Polaroid. That Polaroid's got Wi-Fi and everything in it. I think I picked it up for like, I don't know, $40, $50, if that. I mean, the little cube with the magnet on it, you can put that in anything. You got a little case, you can, stick it on the handlebar or whatever.
mhm.
I got that. I just got that in my front fairing. I mean, it's a little tiny thing and it records good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I need something to record with, I just throw that on there. Or if I'm riding with somebody, I find some, metal or something and I stick it to their bike.
And you get benefit of the video.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Unless they take off. They're like, peace out, I'm going home. I'm like, oh, wait, stop. Wait a minute.
Talking about riding buddies is, I don't know how much y'all pay attention, but Safety Art 06 or Art, that was he was one that we always rode together down here. And him and his son and a couple of his buddies, he's now on a tugboat in the Mississippi.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You got that new job.
Yeah, so I lost my riding buddy. And we
I remember him saying that.
we haven't gone on a ride now for 2 months.
wow.
Because we always went out and exploring different parts of town, had fun doing it.
Wow. There's another guy. Who's the other guy that's in Texas that flies right up past your house all the time? It's is that Ellen Rides or something?
Yes, Alan rides, and we've PM back and forth a couple times, but it's like Art and I, we had the hardest time to get going at the beginning. He would say, no, I got this going on this day, and I'd say, well, no, I got this going on, and then so finally we set a date like 2 months ahead and say, okay, this is the date. This is what we're going to do. And then I need to do that with Alan. We just need to because something's always
Yeah.
coming up. We just need to set that day aside that's going to be our day.
Yep. Yep.
Guys, I gotta go. I'll talk to you
Okay.
guys later.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dan, it was good seeing you again.
Yeah, you too.
Yep. Be careful up there.
Oh, we will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Well, it just dawned on me as late as what it is. It's, yeah.
Yeah, what time is it? I got to plug you too, I think. Was it about 8:30?
Yeah, I
Your
gotta start.
time, yeah.
Your time it would be.
Yep.
I gotta start thinking about dinner too. I think I'm gonna do sloppy joes.
Oh my God, I was just talking about that. You hear that? I just said we haven't had sloppy joes in years.
I like sloppy joes.
I'm
We
a
had
big
beef
fan.
stroganoff, right?
Yep.
I'm a big
Okay,
fan.
well, Brad, thanks again for setting this up and taking
Thanks.
the time to stop and getting us going. I appreciate that on your way in.
No problem. I was glad I could get home in time to participate for a few minutes.
Truly. I'm
So
gonna go make my sloppy joes and then go watch B-Pound's latest video.
there you go. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good one. This one really is a good one. I really liked it. Yeah, it's long.
have to go.
It's like 40 minutes long.
Yeah, it
I'll have
doesn't
to look
matter.
at it.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'll talk to Joe later too. I'm gonna book.
All right.
Okay.
Later, everyone. It's good seeing everybody. Bye.